So, swimmer Leah Thomas has been nominated by UPenn for Woman of the Year. And it turns out not everybody's happy about this. Now, I have to say, I mean, if it was an award for, woman with the broadest shoulders, sure, no problem. Or, a woman with most male genitalia, no problem. I don't think anybody's going to complain about that, but Woman of the Year, I don't know, there does seem to be some level of confusion and frustration over this. Here's the headline. The patriarchy strikes again. Social media explodes over UPenn move to elevate trans swimmer Leah Thomas. And I have to say as well, I wonder what the percentage of real trans people who have gone through the surgery and done the whole transition and everything, I wonder what percentage of them are totally fine with this and would have some questions about this. I'll bet you that the numbers 4 are probably lower than, the mainstream media would have you believe. Because there's no group of people, trans or otherwise, that is totally homogenous in their beliefs. And why is that? Because ultimately, we're all just people. But anyway, it says social media exploded with criticism on Friday after the University of Pennsylvania nominated transgender swimmer Leah Thomas, who is biologically male and self-identifies as a woman, for the 2022 NCAA Woman of the Year Award. And let me tell you, those birthing people, they're not happy about it. And also, before we get started, I just have to give you the disclaimer. I am not a biologist. But anyway, it says that Thomas, 22, competed on the men's team at the University of Pennsylvania before identifying as female in 2019 and taking testosterone blockers and estrogen. The swimmer started competing on the women's team in 2021 and quickly cleaned up at the NCAA Division I National Championship, taking the women's 500-yard freestyle event this March. So I guess what happened was that this Leah Thomas was not elite on the men's team, but then started swimming for the women's team and immediately became the best female swimmer of all time. So what did the internet have to say? Abigail Schreier. It isn't inclusion that leads the Ivy League to pull stunts like this. It's misogyny and utter contempt for the truth. Yeah, because, reality is obvious, right? If it's not obvious to you, according to the girls on the swim team, it's pretty obvious in the change room. You might say it's just dangling there. And is it misogyny? I don't know. On the intersectionality scale, by which the left measures everything, trans are more oppressed than women. Therefore, fuck women, right? Apparently, that's their attitude. How about this one? Academia speaks. Yeah, this is a university. This is what the institutional elites, or at least they see themselves as elites, this is what they think, and they don't care what you think. Here's one. Every woman in the NCAA must boycott. They are pushing for men to erase women. If you allow it, they will continue, and you will reap what you sow, and you will aid in the destruction of women's sports. Here's another one. They won't ease up. No, never. Yeah, it really is very similar to the party in 1984. It exists to exist. That's its purpose. It enforces itself to enforce itself, because that's just simply what it does. The far left does what it does because it's far left. And yeah, for that reason, they're not going to ease up. There's another one. The patriarchy strikes again. Yes, indeed. How about this one? In a direct attack on its female athletes, UPenn suggests transgendered person as NCAA Woman of the Year. Here's another one, mockingly saying, seems fair. Because, be honest. It doesn't seem fair. Not at all. But, we come back to that issue of, is it misogynistic? I don't know. It says here, one UPenn female swimmer who remained anonymous out of fear of retribution told best-selling author and podcast host Matt Walsh in the Daily Wire's groundbreaking documentary, What is a Woman?, that even basic concerns about the locker room were not allowed to be brought up. If they were, she said, it was clear you'd be smeared as transphobic. Notably, Thomas still has a penis and has not had surgery to remove it and dates females. That's according to teammates. Quote, if you even brought up concerns about it, you were transphobic, she told Walsh. If you even bring up the fact that Leah's swimming might not be fair, you're immediately shut down and called a hateful person or transphobic. And that's how they do it. And of course, this is all led by people who aren't even trans, because there's just not really that many people that are. And if you've been paying attention to how the modern left operates, they don't care what trans people think either. In fact, if you're trans and you criticize this, you're a transphobe. But anyway, that's the latest in woke world. Please subscribe, like, and share. Sharing really helps me out. I really notice when people share my content, it makes a huge difference. Thank you for doing that. I'll see you next time.